Hi scholars, welcome back to Read Aloud. I'm so excited to finish our mystery text about Detective LaRue, Letters from the Investigation by Mark Teague. Do you guys still think that Ike LaRue is guilty of taking these cats? Or what happened? We're going to find out today and finish our text. Well, I wonder if your predictions are right. And today, we're going to continue to work on character contrast. We know that our purpose for reading this book is to figure out the ways that we can compare different characters and see how they're really different. And that will help us figure out more about the character's motivation and why they're so different. We know that to figure out all of the ways the characters are different from each other, we need to ask ourselves, one, how are the characters different? And two, how do those differences impact their different motivations? We're going to continue to work on that today. I've got my notes from last time here so that we can remind ourselves that Mrs. Hibbins thinks Ike took the cats and she wants the police to arrest Ike because she just really wants her cats back in her home. And then Ike, or Detective LaRue, knows that he's innocent and wants to be released from jail. When we left off, we know that Detective LaRue had said, "It looks like I will have to take matters into my own paws and solve this mystery myself." Let's see what happens. Ooh, another post on October 5th from the Snort City Register. Headline, LaRue flees custody. Cats still missing. Just days after being captured, local dog Ike LaRue apparently escaped from police headquarters yesterday. He just sort of walked out, admitted the officer, Sparky Waldorf. LaRue is considered a suspect in the earlier disappearance of the two cats belonging to Leona Hibbins of 2nd Avenue. Waldorf acknowledges that the investigation into the case has been stalled. We've all been distracted by the canary burglaries. Until we can establish who has been stealing these birds, I'm afraid we won't be able to focus on the Hibbins cats. For more on the canaries, see page A1. As for LaRue, Waldorf speculated that the dog will return as soon as he gets hungry. Canary burglars strike again. Snort City Police report that 2 canaries and another bird were stolen from the Birdland pet store on Flopworth Street last night. The burglary closely resembles thefts from other stores this week and may mark the beginning of a major crime spree. Investigators admit to being completely baffled. "We can't figure out who would commit such crimes," said Chief Detective Mavis Bickle. Stealing these birds? October 6th from South Snort City. Dear Mrs. LaRue, yes, I have escaped. Furthermore, my search for the Hibbins cats has taken me into an awful part of town. Here, cats roam the streets freely day and night, howling and knocking over trash cans and clawing people's ankles as they walk by. It's a terrible place, Mrs. LaRue, but by handing out a few cat treats, I've been able to turn up some very interesting facts. For instance, did you know that cats regularly capture and eat small animals? I had no idea. I will tell you more as the case begins to unfold. Sincerely, Ike. P.S. Imagine the danger and hardship. Dear Mrs. LaRue, now it's October 7th, still South Snort City. Today my investigation led me to a pigeon named Rocco, who told me that half of his family was lost in attacks by, you guessed it, cats. It seems that even our lovely feathered friends are not safe from these little monsters. It's clear to me that I must find Mrs. Hibbins' cats quickly for the good of the city. Yours truly, Ike. Ooh, so again, we've got a difference between how Mrs. Hibbins and Ike feel about cats. In the text, it says, or Ike wrote, "It seems that even our lovely feathered friends are not safe from these little monsters." So that lets me know Ike not only wants to prove that he's innocent, but he also wants to find the cats to stop them from torturing and killing these birds. But Miss Hibbins just wants the cats home because she misses her pets and needs them inside. So I'm going to add that to our list so that we can remember Ike's motivation is he wants to catch the cats to show that he is innocent. So I'm wondering, do you guys really think that the cats ran away on their own to commit these crimes, or do you think that Ike is the one who caught them? What do you guys think? We've got some good text evidence. Let's keep reading to figure out more. Dear Mrs. LaRue, October 8th. I followed a tip up here to Trundlebrook Cattery. I wanted to find out if valuable cats behave any better than the little brutes I've been seeing downtown. Clearly, they do not. In fact, I was told that the only way to keep small animals safe is to keep cats inside. Sincerely, Ike. Wow, so it looks like the downtown cats and these valuable cats in Trundlebrook are different because they live in different spots, but they still eat the same things and like to catch small animals. Dear Mrs. LaRue, October 9th, back in Snort City. The news today is all about the latest canary burglary. Only this time, the criminals made off with 2 parrots and a gerbil as well. Have you noticed that this terrible crime wave began after the Hibbins cats disappeared? Isn't it a pleasant thought, though? It isn't a pleasant thought, but, of course, a dog must follow his instincts. Yours, Ike. Take a look at all of his notes. He's really becoming a true detective. And we've got another difference identified that we can find between our characters. We can tell the difference between Ike and the police because the police, remember, said that they were baffled and they had no idea who committed these crimes. But Ike is pretty sure that it's the cats because Ike says, have you noticed that this terrible crime wave began just after the Hibbins cats disappeared? So the police and Ike feel differently about who committed this crime. Dear Mrs. LaRue, October 10th, from an undisclosed location. Welcome home. I wish I could be there to greet you properly, but as you know, I am on the run. Until I can solve this case, I must remain in hiding. It is a situation rife with intrigue and danger. As I close in on the culprits, the police remain intent on catching me. Unfortunately, they have no idea who the real criminals are. As long as they continue to regard the cats as innocent victims, they'll be barking up the wrong tree. Perhaps I can think of some way to tip them off. Your sleuth, Ike. Ooh, more text evidence that proves the difference between the police and Ike, the way that they're feeling. And we've gotten more text evidence that proves that this is Ike's motivation. He wants to catch the cats and to show that he's innocent. And until he does that, he decides he's going to have to stay in hiding because Ike doesn't want to get captured by the police before he can prove that he's innocent and that the cats are guilty. So Ike decides to stay in hiding. October 11th. Gruber Park, outside the Small Pet Emporium, October 11th. Dear Mrs. LaRue, just this morning I discovered that the very first canary burglary was here on the night of my arrest. Apparently, the sneaky villains climbed the fire escape at the Small Pet Emporium and made off with 6 plump birds. To think that I was the unwitting pawn in their wicked scheme. But I've heard that criminals always return to the scene of the crime. And if that's true, I have a feeling the Hibbins cats will be here shortly. I just called the police. Wait! I think I see them up the fire escape. Gotta go! Ike. The Snort City Register or Gazette, October 12th. Cats Cats rescued! LaRue saves day. Responding to an anonymous tip, Snort City Police rushed last night to the small pet emporium, where they were able to assist hero dog Ike LaRue to his rescue of 2 lost cats. The cats, beloved pets of local resident Leona Hibbins, had been missing for 12 days. Though clearly traumatized by their ordeal, they appeared healthy and very well fed. LaRue apparently found the cats clinging to the fire escape and was able to hold them until the police arrived. To tell the truth, we had considered the dog a suspect, especially after he escaped, said Chief Detective Mavis Bickle. We see now that he was simply determined to save the little friends. He was searching for the cats all week, confirmed the dog's owner Gertrude R. LaRue, who recently returned from France. I'm proud of my Ike. Even Mrs. Hibbins, who had been critical of LaRue prior to the rescue, was full of praise. I completely misjudged him, she admits. I never knew he cared so much about my cats. Here's a caption to this picture. Lucky cats, happy to be rescued by the police. Do you guys really think they were being rescued? Let's see what Ike thinks. October 12th, police headquarters. Dear Mrs. LaRue, unfortunately, you can't believe everything you read in the newspaper. Though they portrayed my heroism nicely, I'm afraid the police completely misjudged the situation. Instead of making an arrest, they made a rescue. Oh well, somehow humans are never able to see the truth about cats. For me, that's the real mystery. Anyway, the police are a swell bunch. I have no more hard feelings about what happened. See you soon, Ike. October 20th, LaRue named Honorary Detective LaRue, or Detective Dog, praised in police ceremony. In a ceremony at City Hall yesterday, local dog Ike LaRue was presented with a detective's badge and was cheered wildly for his role in rescuing 2 cats earlier this month. What he did there was first-rate police work, said Chief Detective Mavis Bickle. I'm sure he'll be a credit to the force. The ceremony was made possible by an almost complete absence of crime over the last few days. Even the Canary burglaries seem to have ended, said Bickle. We have had a lot of free time on our hands. Mayor Mitzi Slepper agreed. Nothing else is happening, she said. It seemed a good time for a ceremony. Why is nothing else happening? Who was stealing the canaries? Do you guys know? When asked what duties Ike LaRue might be expected to perform, Detective Bickle smiled. If he keeps an eye on those wonderful cats, she said, that'll be enough for us. Wait, there's a big difference, I think, between what Detective Bickle is thinking and what Ike is thinking about these cats. How are Ike and Detective Bickle different? That's what we've been working on, is finding those differences between the characters. And that's what your mystery and challenge is now. I want you guys to figure out, how are Ike and Detective Bickle different? I can't wait to see the difference that you guys find between Detective Bickle and Ike. You guys got it.